Hey guys, how's it going? So it's going to be a 20-30 minute workout. Getting the workout in, we're going to do some basic catch wrestling moves and some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu just to keep in touch with it. I only do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu once every month, once every 2 months. So it'll primarily be catch wrestling that we'll be doing. Alright, that's it. Let's get in. Let's get into it. Right, so that was some neck movement, strength training. And now we're going to do some bridges. So each time we do one, we choose a different way to go up. So sometimes you'll put the hand over, sometimes you'll keep the hand close because you have the guy, so you're flipping him over. And sometimes you just need to watch where your knees are placed. So you're like placing the knees, rolling on your shoulder, and then getting behind the guy. All right, so it's always dependent on how or where you want to place the guy ultimately. All right, and don't forget guys, stay hydrated. A little drink here. Next up, we've got our sprawl. So this sprawl is very simple. Sprawl is kind of your takedown defense. Guy comes in, you would push your weight down. So let's say the guy's head's here, his behind is here. So he comes here, and you push your weight down. So the sprawl is going to be me falling down here, and then getting back up. And we're going to do that 2 times 5. So 5 sprawls, quick break, and then another 5 sprawls. Remember, all of these things you can do at home. You can practice at home, and it won't necessarily improve your wrestling from here to here. But if you're a beginner, it'll definitely give you better coordination and better strength and flexibility. So if you're just practicing the flexibility, you might get better in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. If you're just practicing the strength aspect, you'll get better in wrestling. But you can combine them both. So let's continue with the sprawls. So that's 5 sprawls. I'm going to take 30 seconds and then I'm going to do the next 5. And I've got my little dummy here who's going to help me practice my escapes and my reversals, my wrestling reversals and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu escapes. Next 5 coming up. Alright, don't forget, when you're sprawling, you can sprawl to the side. So you can go down like this, and normally the shoelace will flip and touch the ground. That'll help you go to the side, push the opponent forward. Alright, so next, my favorite, which is great if you're doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and you're primarily practicing guard passing. So if the guy's lying on his back, let's say he pulls guard, and you want to get past the guard, well, if you're doing 6-minute rounds, your coordination, or your conditioning rather, if you don't yet have the technique, you're going to be relying a lot on your conditioning. So this thing is great for conditioning. So it's basically a bridge, and we cycle upwards. So it's like this, here, and then for 30 seconds, it'll be like this. Thirty seconds. You extend, you come to, you extend, you come to, right? Because sometimes you're going to be standing like this if you're passing the guard. Sometimes you're going to be like this, sometimes like this. So you want to mix that up so that it's included. All right. Next up, we're going to be doing the shrimp. Not much space to practice the shrimps like crazy here, but we should have enough space to get the basics. Right, so I'm on my back. So I'm on my back, and what I want to do is shrimp out of a position. Right? So you're like this. The guy's on top of you, or he's in side control. So if he's like here, kneeling towards you with his body, you want to make space. You want to create real estate. So you would base off, plant this foot here, and you would shrimp out. Right? That's what it's called. That's why it's called shrimp out. The reason why I'm doing it like this and not going out too much, right, like that, is because we have to get back to base so that we can switch over again. So you get out, come back, and get out from the other side, come back, get out from the other side. So remember guys, very easy to do at home, very simple thing, shrimp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So some slight variations there, but ultimately not going too far and getting back. Beast IRL, how are you doing, my friend? Hopefully you're doing well. All right, so let's see if we can get the next one. So the next one, opponent is at your back. You want to base here, and then basically you want to turn around and push yourself kind of like in this direction using the opponent, right? So it'll be something like this. Professional wrestlers do it really well. Olympian wrestlers, they will can kind of create this cyclone effect, but here I'm just trying to get out of the opponent's real estate. So let me try and do a couple of these. So as you see, I'm not too comfortable doing these yet, still learning them. So here, I would prefer to base like this, but for now that has to do. Very simple movement. It's actually hard to do, but still learning. The House Husband Chronicles fan made. Ah, did you watch that? Rings a bell, of course, of course. That was in theatres in Leeds. The guy who runs the anime convention in Leeds, he took that and played it there. So now a simple stand-up. Stand-ups are hard. So stand-ups, I'm here, doesn't seem like much, but I have to get my hands in here, control here, if the opponent is around here. And as simple as that. It's a very simple movement, but like it costs you a lot of conditioning in the match. So you have to practice it and make sure you have economy in motion. Because if you're using too much energy to stand up, or you're not keeping your arms here, then you're going to get grabbed and taken down again. Or in MMA, you're going to get punched if your head's not protected. Because you can hit people from the back in MMA. As long as it's not along the spine, right? The mohawk. But you can actually, like, if somebody's standing behind me, they can punch me here. It's completely legal. They can even kick me there. And that's with all organizations. So you always want to keep this secure. All right, let's go. The reason why I'm putting the foot out, it helps me explode in that direction. Or it helps me take a step in that direction. So that's 10 of them. A lot harder, like I said, guys. A lot harder than it looks. Now we're going to practice escapes. Escapes. So let's start. It's one of the basic escapes that we have, which is well, what we're going to do is a flip first, a reversal if you want. So I've got my dummy here. Very simple. His arm is here. I pinch the arm and I start to reach over here whilst putting my foot here on the back of his calf. And with this foot, this leg here, I'm going to push my hip in that direction. So if he's here and I have him in my guard, I can simply close this here behind. I prefer behind the knee, right? You can hook at the back of the knee. Be careful with your foot. You don't want to crush your foot. And then this will punch in that direction. But it can already land. It can already go in the trajectory of where you want it to land, right? So we're here, close, close, and you've got them. All right, very simple. Don't know if you guys can see it. Maybe I'll push the camera further back a bit. So you're in the guard. By the way, if you want to break a rib, the guard person's rib, it's always the below leg that you want to hook in. And then you push and stretch it. That's catch wrestling. If you want to keep the guard, keep the guy in the guard, depending on your leg length. You can keep him like this, but this foot is then in danger. Because if he hooks his back leg onto my leg here, he might be able to push that in this direction. And if he lifts his weight, it would need to be in that angle. He could end up breaking my ankle. So in that angle would break my ankle, if that makes sense. All right. So we're here. Hook. And then you keep hold of the arm. Never let go of the arm. So we're going to do 3 more of them. He's here. He wants to rest. We'll help him rest. You can use your head for extra support. Just make sure he doesn't get enough weight up to force it down again. Because all that weight you're carrying on your neck. Right? That's a lot of pressure on your neck. So he's here. He might even be holding me, fair enough. So as long as my legs are out, I'm keeping them pinched here. I'm not yet forcing too much pressure here because he might notice it. He might pull this leg out and try and pass guard. So I want to give him that moment where he's resting. And don't forget, grab the arm. If he pulls the arm out, and we don't catch it, this hand can go through here and pin this down. and then we would follow here. So now we have a Kimura, potential Kimura, right? Or you still have 2 on 1, either way. All right, let's go one more time. We're in the guard, hands out, forcing it in, hooking in the back of his knee, forcing up. I usually keep my head to the ground. Runa says, Karim, how are you doing? How's it going, Runa? And he's going to say, fine, what about you? But you'll say WBY. Runa's a legend. How's things been, Runa? All right. I'm going to do the same in this direction, but only 3 times, just so you guys can see it. You're in the guard, hooking here, hooking there. This foot pushes down in that direction to the ground, and you come up, and the idea is to force your hips into the guy, right? So this real estate here, you would be forcing your hips in here, and you block his base so that he can't base out, right? And then it's in one nice swoop, and then control the arm, preferably control the arm. Doing well, WBY, I knew it. I knew it, Runa, I knew it. Only kidding. Guys, anybody who wants to challenge Runa to a boxing match, YouTube celebrity boxing match, he is ready. He's been training with us, I know he's ready. If he's giving you issues, if he's pulling this out, then what you can try and do is you can fake going in this direction, and usually what most people do if they're white belts, they'll actually base out here. They won't come across or anything, or they won't attend to these. If I'm basing out, he'll push himself in that direction, then base out here, and that's when we can do the switch. Don't forget, grab the arm, control the arm, right? Okay, so now we're going to go on to the next escape. I'm going to do 2 escapes where he is full mount. Now these days I'll die from 1 punch. Humble Runa is the most terrifying Runa that I know. All right. So let's see if we can get this on camera if we have enough space. But yeah, what we're going to do is flip over. Runa, you started working out again? Like doing anything? All right. Let's see. So now, if he is full mount, oh, I tell. If he's full mount, so he's on top of me, first thing is, I mean, underhooks is always one way to go, but I'm not a big fan of underhooks if he's fully on top of me. So let's say he's sitting like this. It's very simple. You can grab him here and you can roll, but you have to do a nice roll. So when you're rolling, you would clamp in here and stop his knee. Because if his knee bases out, he has more balance, right? So if he's here, you're trying to get up, he doesn't allow you, you can use the momentum and flip him over, right? It's more of a movement than a technique. Well, then every technique is a movement, but this is more of a combination, something you would combine with other techniques. So you wouldn't really stop here or expect this to work every time. But the idea is, if you perform it, the opponent will start trying to base out in different directions. And then you use whatever direction he's going in to dictate your next technique, right? Okay, so we're here. He's kind of up here. So I've got the underhook, but for here, underhook just doesn't feel right, right? So don't be afraid to go overhook. Underhook is like the jab of grappling. But we can also go like this. We can also grab this, keep it close to his side. And then what we'll want to do is we'll swoop. And we're here. Keep your chest close to his and keep your knees from the ground. Let's say his head is here, right? His head's here. And I'm keeping my shoulder on his head, and I'm keeping kind of like the right part of this. Like I'm forcing my hand here so that his head's looking in this direction, and I'm kind of stopping him from being able to breathe properly. And I'm keeping my whole body weight, like from here in down to there, to make it hard for him to breathe. And I'm also keeping this arm, right? And how I base is a tripod. 1, 2, 3. So that's how it would base, right? So we'll do another, I think 3 of these. 3 of these would be enough. No, I just stay in bed doing work. Man, Runa got lazy. Runa, you have to get out more. Come and train with us. Bear with us, guys. I'm just going to check on my cat's meal. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, guys. I fell down from bunk bed. What? Alright, Karim, this going to be you in MMA fighting. I don't know about that. I don't know about the gold medals. But yeah. I appreciate it. Alright. So, let's do that again. The guy is on top. We've got the underhook here. We can actually also have the overhook. But now we're going to go overhook here and base them down, and we're going to let ourselves fall in this direction. Now I've got the leg. So with the leg, normally what you want to do is the ankle break. So having the leg is not a bad thing. Also, another thing you can do, you can scoop the head, bring the leg down, and clasp the hands, and you've got a cradle. And then what I like to do, this foot here goes back, and I force this foot out, and I put basically my pressure here. So all my weight is here. He could flip me in that direction, but he needs super flexibility to do it. And also I'm prepared for it. So if he was going to do that, I would just flip these back into position. Yeah. So it's a very, very uncomfortable move to be in, to be honest. All right. Now, we're going to try a jiu-jitsu move that I've only ever been able to do once. Be right back, 5 minutes, no problem. I've only ever been able to do this once. But I like it, so I like practicing it. And if I ever pull it off again, I'd be super happy. So, guys, here, right? What you don't do is you don't pull out your hands like this, because you're giving them limbs to break. If it's a self-defense situation, you can hit with the eye jab, boom, and then you pull back. But if it's not, then what you do, your legs, boom, and as he falls forward, if he bases here, what you can do is you can go in like this and grab him from both sides. Right, I don't know if you guys can see it, I don't think so. Basically, his arms are in here. I'm clasping behind his back. It's a nice roll in. And now what I sometimes do, if the guy is bigger and he's got a bit of a belly, then I put my head, pressure it inside the belly. Of course he can escape. It's going to be super easy for him. But it takes the wind out of him for a couple of seconds. And like I said, I've only ever successfully did that whole routine once, but it was super satisfying. So I think that's why I tend to like try and keep it in my arsenal, right? Not so good to do in gi. So if you're fighting with a gi, because you can just hold on basically, right? So up, boom, he's based. Right? One more time in that direction. We're pushing towards his hip area, and then boom, he bases out. We catch him. And we're like this. Now I'm going to do it 3 times in that area. So it's going to be 3 times to the right. Oh, what's his jacket doing? Wow, okay. My bad. Oh, his arm's coming out. Right, bear with us. Making these dummies are super easy, but they also fall apart super easy. You have to fix them at least once or twice for every like training you're doing with it. Okay, right. We're framing here. We're framing. We're not pushing. We're framing. Just so that he can climb up. And then we're using a second to when he's like kind of like this, when he's kind of like straight. And what we're going to do is bump forward, go through here. We can clasp our hands like this. You can also do like this if you like, if the guy's bigger. And then land like this. Knees normally up from the ground. Oh, you guys can't see me. Knees normally up from the ground, putting forward pressure down to the opponent. All right. Up. And I've got the leg. Jiu-jitsu people will try and put the leg around you anyway, and as a catch wrestler, you don't mind that. That's what you want, because you want to break the leg. How do you do Chiba? Chiba, come and say hello. All right. Stopping. Boom. And then we're in here. Right, what you can do here, if his leg is around you like that, if we take our attention off of breaking the leg, what we can do is we can use the elbow to pinch in. And then we can push the leg down, and we can get from half guard and maybe even jump to kizzy. What's it called? Kizzy katami. Also here, backside is not sitting on the ground. All right. Right. Now we are going to do an escape where we're flipping the opponent over. Let me just check the time real quick. Today was supposed to be a short one. All right, hold on. All right. All right. All right. Guy is here. And his foot. Where's his foot? Ah, it's here. All right. We want to keep him from coming up too far in, right? So what we want to do, we're pushing here. Normally you push like that, and then boom. We want to capture this leg here, right? If he's too far up, we can't do it because the leg's too far up. But then what you can try and do is clasp in and push down for a knee twist. I got somebody with that, a wrestler once. But I think once you do it, everyone is just like, they're conscious of it, not to get caught in it. But anyway, clasping in, boom. We've got this here. Now he can't base out here. He can't put anything here, right? Now we have to take this base out. I'm clasping this in. If he pulls it out, I catch it here, and then flip him over. Just in case you don't see what we're doing here, I'm actually massaging a part of my foot that has a cramp. Hello, legend. How's it going? Hey, we doing a stream together, a Fortnite stream next week? Let me know what your schedule's like. I wrote you on Discord. Right, guys, here we're fending them off. Shoulder, hip, boom, boom. Closing here, making sure the hand, especially the hand, is closed off. Boom. Let's do another one. Guys, here we can punch this forward, bring this down, close here. Didn't land on my head, wanted to land on my head, didn't. But yeah. What time? You're in Britain, right? Well, it's a Saturday, so I might be able to stay up. Where did the stream go? There we go. Write me on Discord. If it's this Saturday, we can do it. Around 6. I just need to find out. I'm streaming from Restream when I do like, what do you call it? Fortnite. So if that's what we're going to do, then I just need to make sure that we can somehow add each other. Because you can do that in Restream in OBS, right? Or is it in YouTube? I'll still need to watch a YouTube video regarding that. You check it out as well. And then all of my viewers, I think, can see your stream, and all of your viewers can see my stream. Then we're streaming simultaneously, and we'll do games where it's the two of us, where we select viewers, you select one viewer, I select one viewer, and we add them in. Don't forget to like, guys. All right, in this direction. So, dude is here. He might be closing in. There's some people, especially wrestlers, they like to hold tight, and your ribs are like, oh no man, this ain't good. You close the foot, pinch here. Okay, I landed with my knee right between the poor guy's groin. That wasn't my intention. Oh, you guys didn't see it anyway. Okay, right. So you're saying I stream and you stream? Yes, I stream, you stream, I scream, Karim, and we do it together. There's a way to do that on YouTube. I'm just not, like I said, completely 100% sure. All right, guys, here we can maybe try and force this into a lock, pull it, so we've got a 2-on-1, a Russian tie 2-on-1. We're pulling it here, clasp, block his leg, and then we're here, leg up from the ground, so that we can apply the pressure to his neck. All right, one more. Guys, here. Close in here. Put the leg here. And now what we want to do, if I can lift his other leg up, sweep it into a close guard or half guard. Make sure this is nice and tight. And then bring my hip slowly here and push off. And then this leg, you see, it's not parked on the ground. It's up, so I'm putting more pressure here. So I've got knee on belly and my head on the ground. So I would be doing that soon. I just downloaded for my YouTube anyway. So I would be doing that soon. Got you. So the time is now, huh? Eh, what was that? Let me just clear that. What is going on with YouTube? So I'm going to get showered anyway soon. It was just a quick workout. But Cyclone, yeah, let's do it. Why not? And Runa, thank you for dropping by. Cyclone, thank you for dropping by. IRL Beast, thank you for dropping by. And I'll catch you in the next one, my brothers. So yeah, write me on Discord, Cyclone. Maybe we can even add Runa. He can stream as well if he's on YouTube. Talk to you and see you in the next one, guys. Peace.